Hi guys, Reese Weller again. First of all, I'd like to say thanks to the people that have watched the first two videos of me just talking without doing any of the singing and the ventriloquism part. As I said, I want to try something different while I'm learning new stuff, rather than making videos again of old stuff that I've done before. I had a bit of a laugh and a joke with one of my puppets on one of the videos previously, where he sung a song that I had sung, but he said he could sing it better. So that video is pretty fun to watch, I think. Anyway, getting on with these ones. In the first video, I spoke about why I became a ventriloquist and how I became a ventriloquist. In the second one, I told you how and why I became a singer and what got me into singing. In this one, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I've had quite a few people ask me in the past, how do you become a ventriloquist? How do you do it? How do you do ventriloquism? So what I'm going to do is on this video, I'm going to try and cram as much as I can into this one video, if not it might be over two videos, on how to do ventriloquism. Okay? Here we go then. Now then, as you all know, in ventriloquism, the ventriloquist, which is the person that's doing the talking, not the dummy, because that's the ventriloquist's dummy or partner. The ventriloquist is the person that's actually talking for the dummy. As you know, they can't move their mouth when they're talking for their puppet, their dummy, their friend, whatever, partner, okay, or companion. So, how do they get the illusion that this thing over here is talking? It's quite easy, believe it or not, and it's not a secret. That's what I'm going to tell you. It's the position of your mouth, okay? The position of your mouth is the biggest thing. And what I mean by position of the mouth is that ventriloquists, when you look at them, their mouth is slightly open, very, very slightly open. It's in a relaxed position. And I'm going to hiccup. Maybe not. Probably. Quite possible. Or even burp. If I burp, I do apologise. I've just had a drink, so I do apologise. Before I did this video, I had a drink. So if I do burp halfway through, I am apologising now. And I will apologise after. Right. This thing is completely off the top of my head. I've got no script in front of me. I'm just like the other videos. Okay? Right. Here we go then. Now then. So, when you're watching the ventriloquist and you're watching his face or her face to see if it's moving or the lips are moving, they've got their mouth in such a relaxed position that it does not move. And if you're wondering what I'm on about by relaxed position, it's literally they're stood there with the mouth open just like this. That's it. They've got the mouth open, just very, very small. It's not small, but very, very slight. It's enough for them to breathe through. There's quite a few other ventriloquists out there, male and female, that still do one thing that some ventriloquists do not like. Now, there's one female ventriloquist out there that is really, really good. Actually, there's two. There's quite a few, actually, but I've only seen two in action. One I've seen live, I'm not saying who it is, and the other one I've seen through YouTube and other programs. And they both did, I'm saying both did, because one still does, the other one doesn't anymore. They did this. They gritted the teeth. They put their teeth together. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is wrong is because you're blocking the sound, you're muffling the sound, you're blocking most of the air to come through your mouth naturally. So, if you're one of those ones that have been taught by somebody to grit the teeth, if you're learning it, please stop now. Relax your mouth, open your mouth a little bit. If you're not too sure how far to open your mouth, it's a finger width apart. Okay, the index finger apart. and you just open your mouth just like that. Okay? It's literally a finger width apart for your index finger. You need to get into that habit. Okay, if you are one of the ones that's gritting your teeth at the moment, you're just starting out, please stop now, and you'll see a major difference. You really will. Okay? You really will. It will help a lot. And other people that are watching you doing the ventriloquist part will hear the letters more clearly. Okay? And every word clearly as well. Okay? Now then. Letters. While we're talking about them, let's talk about them, shall we? Letters of the alphabet. That's the other thing you need to learn to do, is to say every single letter of the alphabet, all 26, without moving your mouth. And I can guarantee you will fail, because some of the letters you have to move your mouth for. And those letters are B, P, V, W, what else are we on? And Y. Okay, I had to think then. Okay, so 5 letters of the alphabet you can't say without moving your mouth. The other 21 letters of the alphabet you can say without moving your mouth, but it just takes a little bit of practice. Okay, right, here we go. In order to say them correctly and more clearly, is your tongue does all of the work, just like it would do normally. I thought I was just going to hiccup. I do apologise. Right. To say the letters clearly, you have to be very, very gentle with your tongue. And probably some of you are thinking, huh, what the pig and are you going on about? Very gentle with your tongue. Reason being is your tongue, as I said, does all the work, but your tongue has to touch and come up behind the top part of your top teeth. It's got to be behind at the back of your top teeth, basically. So imagine my fingers being my top teeth, or your top teeth. The palm of my hand, or your hand, being the roof of your mouth. And this knuckle bit here being the in-between of your palate and your top teeth. So if you literally rub your tongue, the tip of your tongue across the top of your top teeth, right at the top, you'll feel the difference. And that's where your tongue's got to be. Literally between them bits. Okay? Now then, the harder you push off your tongue at the top of your teeth, the more of the sound you're going to make for a letter you don't want to say. So, say for example, we're going to say the letter B. Okay? Now B is pronounced normally through your mouth moving and your lips come together, B, B, and open up very fast, B, B, B. Okay, so you can't say it. It's physically impossible without moving your mouth unless you do it this way. The substitute letter for B, and I'm saying substitute because it's the letter you're actually going to say, but you're going to say the letter B, believe it or not. Eventually you will say B. The substitute letter we say, or ventriloquists say, for B is D, because D sounds like B. Okay? Now then, we're going to do this together. Alright? Or we're going to do it a little bit apart. So you can pause it here, stand in front of a mirror and practice this bit, and then come back to the other letter I'm going to do. Okay? In a few minutes. So, here we go. So, you put your mouth in a natural relaxed position. Put your tongue behind your top teeth, just at the back, and I want you to say D, okay? I want you to say D, so bounce your tongue off, literally hammer it off the back of your tongue, at the back of your teeth, straight off, just bounce it straight off. So you're going D, 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 D. Okay? So, have you noticed you're actually saying letter D because you're thinking D? Now, what I want you to do, I want you to say D again. But this time, just a little bit softer. Okay? So, not as forceful. Okay? Let's do it again. You ready? Here we go. D, 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 D. Okay? So the D's getting softer now, isn't it? Right. This time we're going to do it again, but a little bit more softer. Okay, so don't be more forceful. Just literally be really gentle with your tongue. Pretend your tongue's going to break if you pull it off any harder. Okay? So if you're bouncing off your tongue any harder, it's going to break. Alright? So think that. Alright, so we're going to do it again, but very soft. Okay? And this time, believe it or not, you are going to say the letter B. Trust me. Okay? Here we go. Again. So we go, say D, but think B. Say D, but think B. So think B, but you're saying D, but think B. Alright? You're probably thinking I'm absolutely bonkers at this last moment, but I do not care, but this is how I learned it. Alright? Here we go. We're going to do it again. We're going to say it very, very soft. Here we go. We're going to go a lot softer. D, 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 D. Okay? So, let's do the transaction between them. Okay? So, you're going to go hard off your tongue, very fast. So, say D. But this time, as soon as you bring it off, bring it back onto your teeth and go soft again. And you'll hear the difference between D and B. Okay? Here we go. We're going to do it together. You ready? Go. D, 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 D. Okay? Can you hear the difference? The other way of doing it as well, believe it or not, is recording yourself. So if you've got your phone next to you, practice them and record it. And I want you to literally say the letter D. And then say the letter D. D, 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 D. Okay? Now then, same thing again with the other letters. For letter P, you're going to say the letter T. Okay? Now, it's a little more trickier because P, again, you're bouncing your lips off together. P, 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 P. Okay? And T, your tongue, if you say the letter T, your tongue touches the palate of your mouth, the top part of your mouth, your palate, and it bounces down. T, 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 T. Okay? But again, your tongue is going to touch the back of your teeth when you go to say T. Okay? But again, say it soft. Say it very soft and bounce it off very gently and you'll say the letter P. Okay? Here we go. T, 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 T. Okay? Now those two are going to be the letters I'm going to show you in this video because I'm running out of time on this video, I'm afraid. I've only got so long I can do. So in the next one, I'll do two more letters for you. Okay? So practice them two and then we'll move on to the next two. But it's all the same. Everything is exactly the same. You're saying exactly the same way. Okay? So, relax your mouth. Don't grit your teeth. Have your mouth in a natural rest position as you were breathing normally. Be gentle with your tongue. Bounce off very gently when you're saying B and P. Okay? Practice them in the mirror. On the next video, I'll show you how to do the others. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy it.